Shalom, shalom, Yasharala. It's your brother Mashayah coming at y'all with a quick edifying video through the power and spirit of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua Ba'Hashem Rakak Wadash. So I want to start this new series going into each year of the 1900s. So what I mean by that is today I'm going to start on, of course, 1900, and then tomorrow, if it be the Heavenly Father's will, this will be an ongoing series. Tomorrow I'll do 1901, what happened in American history in 1900s, 1901, 1902, 1903. I was really interested in just looking at the history of the 1900s, and the Heavenly Father put it on my spirit to just start doing this series. And for each video that I do of the 1900s, I might not have a precept to go with what we're reading. I might have a precept, or I might not have a precept. It depends on the spirit. But I just want to go into this history to edify myself first and foremost, and edify you, Akim wa Akwatium, that I'll be curious about each year of the 1900s. So if it be the Heavenly Father's will, I'll do 1900 to 1999. If it be Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua's will. But for today, we're going to go into the quick history about what happened in the 1900. It says, in 1900, the United States was a nation undergoing significant transformation, marked by several key developments: growth and industrialization, emergence as a world power. By 1900, the U.S. has solidified its position as a major player on the global stage. Continued industrial revolution. The nation continued to shift from an agricultural economy to an industrial one, with significant growth in sectors like oil refining, steel manufacturing, and electrical power. The rise of big businesses. Large corporations and trusts, such as the Standard Oil Trust, dominated industries like steel, oil, and more, thanks to factors like economies of scale and limited government regulation, technological advancements. Key innovations like the automobile and the early stages of radio development laid the groundwork for future progress. Increased immigration. Millions of immigrants, largely from Europe, arrived and contributed to the burgeoning industrial workforce. And we got to remember that all this progress that America was making at this time was due to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua giving the go-ahead and the authority to the leaders on top in America to do what they did to increase Babylon the Great. But it says political and social landscape. Presidential election. Republican incumbent William McKinley was reelected, defeating Democrat William Jennings Bryan in a rematch of the 1896 election. Progressive movement on the rise. Although McKinley wasn't considered a progressive, the movement for social and political reform, advocating for things like women's suffrage and workers' rights, was gaining momentum. Racial tensions and segregation laws known as Jim Crow laws became legally formalized in many parts of the country, leading to racial prejudice and limited opportunities for African Americans. And there we go with Ecclesiastes chapter 7 verse 7. Surely oppression maketh the wise man mad. This goes into the Israelites, specifically talking about Judah in this context. The limited opportunities for so-called African Americans, like the scriptures say, will be called bywords. Let me pull that precept up real quick. Like I said, if the spirit hops on me to pull a precept for whatever I read while I'm doing the series, then I'll do it. But what was I about to type in? you will be called a byword. You will be called a byword. KJV. And it says Deuteronomy chapter 28 verse 37. It says, and thou shalt become an astonishment, a proverb, and a byword among all nations, whither Yahweh Bahashem Yahushua shall lead thee. And that's one of the curses that was going to happen and come upon the Israelites for disobeying Yahweh Bahashem Yahushua's law, statutes, and commandments. But it says labor movement and unions continued their efforts to improve working conditions through Slakia, though they often face strong opposition from businesses and the government. The focus on social reform, the settlement house movement led by figures like Jane Addams focused on addressing poverty, lack of education, and disease in urban areas. Notable events: Galveston hurricane, one of the deadliest natural disasters in U.S. history, hit Galveston, Texas, causing widespread destruction and loss of life. And Amos 3:6, has there been evil done in the city and the Lord have not done it? Boxer Rebellion, the United States participated in putting down the Boxer Rebellion in China, further demonstrating its growing international involvement. And it says Hawaii becomes a U.S. territory. It says Hawaii was officially designated a U.S. territory. William Carney earns the Medal of Honor. Sergeant William Harvey Carney was awarded the Medal of Honor, becoming the first so-called Black American to receive this honor. And Paris Exposition universally. It says the World's Fair in Paris showcased American technological advancements and contributed to the Americanization of the world image. And it says, in essence, 1900 marked a period of rapid change, economic expansion, and bargaining social reform movements in the United States as the nation stepped onto the world stage and grappled with the consequences of industrialization and urbanization. And with that, Yashara, I pray our brothers and sisters were edified. I surely was. And like I said, I'm very intrigued and excited to do this series, just to go into each year, 1901, 1902, 1903, 1904, 1905, and seeing key historical things that happened in those years. So with that, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bahashem Yahushua Bahashem Rakakwadash. So with that, I want to say Shalom.